Okay, hello. Alright, here we have a game, well, a little visual novel called The Way We All Go. Alright, we're gonna check this one out and see where it is. And this might be the next one that I go through here. So let's start this off. I really think you should tell her, you know. I know, but are you scared? My eyes flicker open. Wake up in the compartment of a train. My head is leaned back as I see the stranded drool dripping from the corner of my mouth. Every now and then it sucks when you wake up with drool hanging from you. I know that don't waking up just from sleeping sometimes. Yeah, you got some. Your pillow got some drool all over you. It's just almost like, oh, my face sucks. Slimy. Not really sure what to expect of this one or story-wise. I'm familiar with it. Atcchan. What? Let's see. I wipe it away with the back of my hand. Drooling at my age. Hey man, I don't know how old you are, but sometimes you just end up drooling. That isn't very mature. I stopped doing that when I was a kid. We need to get together. I have no idea what really has to do with being mature. Drooling is just something. Just drool sometimes. Yes, you usually see a little kid. Like an adult. You're asleep, man. How can you act like something while you're not conscious? This is what I keep telling myself. It never seems to work out. That's why I decided to take this trip. This isn't some kind of crazy. It's just far off lands, it's like dragons. All sorts of stones or anything. Doubt I could do that much, even if I tried. I'm just going to visit my grandparents. All the way out, just like, it's all hard. Still, it'd be nice. I've only been away for 2 years. This feels like a whole lifetime. I wonder if anything will be different. 2 years might seem like a short amount of time, just consider how old the Earth is. A lot of things can change over a period. Only a few days, let alone years. Well, it's okay. It would be strange seeing her face. She sent me some photographs. The photo isn't the same as seeing a person in real life. And I wondered. I lean my head against the window, staring outside. The rough movement of the train jerks my head against the glass, bumping my forehead and knocking my teeth together so they chatter. But I disregard it. I can see fields, dying dark blue under the evening sky. Not in the city anymore. Far away from my new house, my new school, new friends. Beho, and Yuna. I wonder if this is our character we're seeing right here. Looks like a girl. I'm not sure. Could be a boy. Sometimes, when it comes to anime-related stuff, I take all that time to tell if it's a boy or a girl without told otherwise. What are they doing right now? They're in love with horror stories. He scores the highest in karaoke. You know, wears red ribbons in her hair and keeps falling asleep in class. An old lady and an old guy. Grandma. Oh. Pretty specific naming there. Grandma. Hello, Grandma. Darling. Welcome back. Good to see you again, lad. So it is a guy. If you're going to say lad, it must be a guy. Boy. I was wondering if it was a boy or a girl. So I think we have the description. If you're saying lad, it must be a boy. Want a hand with your luggage? I stayed outside the small, dilapidated train station, gripping my single suitcase tight in my hand. I'm only going to be here for 3 days. I didn't bother to pack much. 3 days? Not that much reason to pack much. 3 days isn't very long. You can make do with only a few pairs of underwear and my pajamas. If you really wanted to pack a little bit lighter, you could have just went without the pajamas. Just slept in your underwear. That's what I do. I sleep in my underwear. I do have some pajamas, but those are mainly just for relaxing. Pajama pants. I don't need anything else. My grandparents are standing before me. They come to greet me at the station with wide smiles, comforting in their familiarity. Their home is only 5 minutes away from the station, so they didn't need to bring it to the car. This is probably a good thing. My mother keeps saying my grandfather's eyesight is getting worse and worse. Nowadays, you can hardly read the newspaper without the aid of his thick glasses, which he hardly ever wears, given he keeps losing them. That would suck. Losing them all the time. Now he must be nearsighted or something. Whatever. Can't read close up on this. Yet he's still allowed to drive a car. Something he frequently does, according to my mother. Either that or they're really bad and he can't see anything like that far away. Maybe, from what it sounds like, if he's talking about driving a car, it must be quite awful. Those aren't reading glasses, I guess. Those are just glasses that he just can't see. And I'm glad I can see it. I take off my glasses. For the most part, see stuff. Not terribly. From this distance, looking at the screen, I cannot read it. That's a couple feet away. At least this is a fairly rural area, so there aren't all that many cars around to hit. Well, he doesn't have to hit a car. He could hit, a sign, a person, probably plenty of other things. You don't need to carry anything, Grandpa. I'm good. I returned my grandfather's smile and make a show of lifting my suitcase, trying to prove that I can handle it. It's alright, he's a big boy. Doesn't need you. He can do it. I can do it, man. He, however, seems skeptical. Nonsense. You made all the effort to come out here and on that blasted train, too. You must be exhausted. I'm fine. I'm not a child anymore. Grandfather peers at me, frowning. Maybe he's trying to verify the validity of my statement. He's forgotten how old I am. Well, how old are you? What's this? You still look like a youngster to me. Well, compared to you, he is definitely a youngster. I'm not exactly sure how old you are, Grandpa, but you're definitely a lot older than he is. Hey, I'm 16. And I'm older than 60. Look at that smile on him. Hey man, you may be 16, I'm over 60. The gulf between us is as wide as the Atcchan River. My grandmother giggles. Come on, dear. Don't be silly. You're getting old and your eyes aren't what they used to be. Nonsense. My eyes are just fine, Chio. So that's what her name is, Chio? I'm assuming that's what her name is? ugly shirt. Maybe he just likes the shirt. This shirt isn't ugly. It's very cutting edge, I'll have you know. All the youngsters are wearing them. I guess all the youngsters are wearing that shirt. Oh dear, grandson isn't wearing one? They're... I guess, maybe he's not young enough. Maybe he's talking about the youngsters that are even younger than your grandson. All those youngsters are wearing it. To his detriment, it enhances a man's natural charm and shows off his true character. It shows he's starting to get senile, perhaps. At least these grandparents love to joke at each other. Gio, you can be a very cool mistress. Now, don't bully Atcchan too much, you old boar. I wonder if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. Atcchan? I'm not just saying it like I see it, Gio. To me, he'll always be a brat. On the contrary, I think he's grown up to be rather handsome. Handsome? I don't know about that. Well, you know what they say. Good things come in small packages. The way I see it, you're just being modest. I don't know if being short is the same thing as being modest. My lack of height wasn't a conscious decision I made. If anything, I'd like to be a couple of inches taller. That way, I wouldn't get teased so much. Being the shortest boy in class can be pretty distressing. Nobody likes being picked last when teams are being formed in PE, and nobody likes being laughed at. Well, they're just some assholes. If they're laughing at you for being short, nothing wrong with that. Personally, I don't really give a shit about being picked last for PE or shit. I never was really that big into PE-based stuff. So, to me, getting laughed at for being short, that's just stupid. I'm not really modest, you know. I think you are. You're just proving my point, dear. Well, our Ivy has raised you well. I must be his mom. You're such a little gentleman. Little being the operative word. You must get it from your side of the family, Chio. You've always been tiny, haven't you? Yes, yes. I simply have a weak constitution. See? Even though he's 2 years older now, he's still a run. Nothing wrong with him. A woman being smaller. In my opinion, prefer my women. I like them a little shorter than me. I don't know about taller. There's been a couple of attractive women I've met a little bit taller than me, but it is. I will say it is weird when you have to look up at their face a little bit instead of looking down. I think you should let me carry your case, lad. For your own good. And he doesn't want you to hurt yourself now. No, I don't feel bad. You don't need to put yourself out for me. Another grins, beckoning me close. Oh, she has something to say? I follow her crooked finger as she leans in towards me, whispering in my ear. Don't mind him, dear. He just wants to show off. Let him carry your case. Oh, that's what he's doing? He wants to show off? Does he still think he has to show off to you to impress you, Grandma? It'll give him something to boast about with the neighbors later. Oh, it's a neighbor-based thing, so he wants something to talk about. Hey, my grandson came over. I carried his stuff back all the way to our walk all the way back home from the station. Yep. Oh. Well, that's how it is. No matter how old this man gets, he's just a child at heart. Grandmother and I laughed together, co-conspirators, before I turned my attention back to my grandfather. Alright, I reconsider. I guess I am a little tired from the journey, so you can carry my case if you want. Excellent. I see you talk some sense into it, Chio. She did. She basically just said, hey, he wants to impress the neighbors, he just wants something to talk about. But I guess, just let the old guy have his way. There's no reason to get in some argument or anything about carrying a case. If he really wants to carry the damn case, just let him carry the damn case. That's how I see it. There's no reason to get into stupid conflicts like that. Confrontation, talk about shit like that. So it's a worthless argument. There's no one wins in such an argument. Just a waste of time. You used your feminine charms, did you? Even at the age of 80, I still have it in me. Wait. She's 80? Well, he said he was over 60. He never said how old he was. I'll for a minute there, I'm like thinking, wait, is he younger than her? She's pretty old. 80? And she's supposed to be the grandma? What is the kid like the youngest? Because he's only 16. She's 80. Holy shit. That is quite... She's an old lady. She's old enough to be a great-grandma. It must be all the homegrown vegetables we eat. They're good for your skin. Better than the vegetables at those so-called supermarkets. You got that right. No tomatoes taste as good as yours, Gio. Whoa. As my grandparents laughed together, sounding so carefree, I feel something lift from the pit of my stomach. Could it be anxiety? I started to get worried during my journey here, but maybe those fears were unfounded. Simply seeing my grandparents had made me feel more at ease. I guess I really do belong here. This is where I was born, after all. Oh, on to the next scene. We're home now? How was the journey here, darling? It was fine. It took a while, so it's a little tiring. But other than that, yes. It really is a long journey. It's 6 hours or so, isn't it? Something like that. I had to change a few times, though. Yeah, I waited around for a while. So maybe it was more like 7. 7 hours? My grandmother touched disapprovingly. Poor dear, it must have been dreadful. You need to eat more. Here, take this. Thanks. I look at my loaded plate with suspicion. Even though grandmother said all this stuff about me being grown up and handsome, did she really believe it? If she did, why did she make me so much food? Eat the damn foodie, she said. She was trying to fatten you up. Oh no, the grandparents, they're going to cook him. They're gonna roast him over there and go. It's almost like she's trying to feed up a starving kid. Maybe she thinks you're too skinny. There weren't many people on the train though. But the last 2 stations, I was the only one. It was too stressful. Well, this is a very small village. Not many people come up here, and more people have been leaving. Huh? But why? Because there aren't enough jobs to go around. Means there's no reason to stay. Now, most of what's left here is just us old people. It's sad, really. I don't think I should even like to leave. Should ever like to leave all. I don't know why she said she should ever like to leave. I guess she's basically making a statement. Maybe she wants to leave, but she shouldn't like to leave? It's just so peaceful. And the green beans that grow in these parts are the best you can find. I even hear they're going to discontinue the train line here. Oh my. Well, I guess, that does make sense. If they don't get very many passengers that drop off at that station and everything, the upkeep of the station and the tracks and everything probably costs more than it would be worth taking you there. You'd have to, find another way the road. So you have to stop off at a different station on a neighboring, wherever the train drop off in a neighboring village or city, and then have someone pick you up or walk all the way. Guess it makes sense since it's hardly ever used and the current track is getting old. Huh? That really is sad. I pick up my dinner just for them free. Even though I don't live here anymore, hearing that this village is starting to decline is just a little depressing. I guess it makes sense to be a little depressing. This is where you grew up, and it's you would probably have good memories here. It's those memories kind of disappear. Kind of sad when those old memories disappear. At least you still have the memories. All my childhood memories were created here. Every single precious moment of my youth. That's what I was just saying. Before he even mentioned his youth. His memories were created here. Of course, he would feel a little sad that, something going out for walks in the forest, catching cicadas in the summer with a net and an empty mayonnaise jar. My extravagant and slightly unrealistic plans to build a treehouse with bamboo, which never managed to become a reality. And, of course, there was her. I want to know who this her is. Come on, is she still around? My best friend, Noella. Alright, so his girl, his best friend, Noella. Now that is an old-looking damn phone. It's one of those, Hey, Atcchan. God, it's been too long. His voice, wary and quietly sarcastic as ever, comes through to me from the other end of the phone. The phone is my grandparents' home is fairly old, more of an antique than a fully functional means of communication, and it distorts her voice, just as ripples across water can mar a reflection. I guess you could say it's antique, but I would say it's fully functional. It might not be functioning the greatest, but it dials, doesn't it? That's what a phone is for. Dialing communication to the other end. For a phone to actually be functional, fully functional, you have to be able to dial a number, you have to be able to hear, you have to be able to talk. That's functions. Everything else is more than just for communications. Even so, I recognize it. How could I not? That kind of tone could only belong to the Saki I know, and sort of a certain amount of fear. Love. And love. I smile, shaking my head. She's acting like she hasn't seen me in years. It hasn't been that long. Only a couple of days. But it feels like an eternity. I've been so bored. I'm sitting on the floor, cross-legged, and the cord of the worm snaking around in my lap. My hair is damp from the bath, and my face feels slightly flushed. I used a little too much hot water. I've always loved hot baths ever since I was a kid. But sometimes I go overboard and emerge from my long soaks on uneasy legs. My skin bright pink and puckered like a prune. I yawn, holding one hand up against my mouth and shifted slightly, balancing the phone against my shoulder and the crook of my neck. How can you be bored? You have all those brothers and sisters to look after, don't you? Don't remind me. I only just got them all off to bed. twice before having so many kids. Why should I have to stay behind and look after them just because I'm the oldest? But you wouldn't have wanted to go on holiday with them either, would you? With my parents? Of course not. I'd rather die. You know they've gone to Okinawa. Who wants to go to Okinawa? Hey, I wouldn't mind going to Okinawa. That's because I've never been to Okinawa. It's a place I haven't been, so I wouldn't mind going there. I don't know what the hell would be there, but hey. I went there on a school trip a few years ago, and it's a complete tourist trap. Tacky merchandise everywhere, and it's also bright and noisy. Not to mention the weather. Saki has a very pale complexion, which he guards jealously. He always slathers on sunscreen, inches thick. Whenever so much as a single glint of sunshine can be seen peeking out from behind the cloud. I don't know why you're so unhappy. If you didn't want to go with him in the first place, then there's no problem, right? It's the principle of the thing, that's all. I'm hurt. They didn't even invite me. Because they knew you wouldn't want to go. But I still would have liked an invitation. It would at least have given the vague illusion that my company is in high demand this holiday. And what about Mio and Yuna? I went to stay with her big sister for a few days, and Mio's out camping with her parents. Saki sighs. This is so pathetic. I'm the only one who doesn't have anything to do. Not a single thing. But taking care of your siblings is a noble job. Yeah. Noble. Saki laughs dryly, without any trace of humor. Or at least if she's always taking care of them or whatever, I guess, you know, it'd be like, oh, this is just the normal. If you think watching reruns of Heidi for hours on end is noble, then sure. I kind of liked Heidi. I had the whole series on VHS, and I used to rewatch it regularly, even up until my early teens when I was feeling that VHS, holy shit! I mean, you think about at the moment now in tech we are up to, other than streaming and digitally downloading videos and other things like that, you have 4K Blu-rays coming out. It's like, VHS? I do have a VCR myself somewhere around, but it's because I have no reason to use it. I do have a few VHS tapes, but it's freaking VHS tapes. Whatever I have on VHS, I probably already rebought at least on DVD, if not digitally, or just I can just stream it. Yeah, VHS. VHSs won't last forever either. Your VHS tape is out there. Since it's a magnetic tape, it will degrade, and at some point in time, you might as well just throw them out, because watching them will just the picture will go down in quality. This is until my mother rummaged through my bedroom when I wasn't home and threw all my old VHS tapes out. Why the hell would she throw all your VHS tapes without asking you out? That's stupid. What, she thought they were porn or something? I was pretty sore about that at the time, and I still am, actually. Most of those shows don't get aired on TV anymore. I liked it too, but that was when I was about 5. But most of your siblings are 5. I know. It's so depressing I could scream. However, I would refrain, because that would wake those monsters up again. Oh, that's kind of mean. Calling your brothers and sisters those little monsters. Oh, those damn little monsters. It sounds rough. You have no idea. You haven't known true torture until you've had the taste of putting your poor young children to bed. Having met Saki's siblings several times during my trips to her home, I know better than to berate her. Although I generally like young children, Saki's siblings are something else altogether. They're more like gremlins than cute kids, and they're so allowed to. Oh, so they are little monsters. I guess we have, oh, she calls them little monsters. He calls them little gremlins. They're not little cute kids. They're little gremlin creatures. It's no wonder Saki always has such dark bags under her eyes. Living in a small home filled with tiny children, prone to waking up in the very early hours of the morning and slipping into their big sister's bed must be incredibly exhausting. They probably wake her up all the time. I can only imagine how exhausting it is with those kids. It's getting so bad that I'm starting to think Okinawa would be better than after all. Okinawa. What a joke. Why couldn't they go somewhere classy, like France or Italy? Well, France and Italy probably cost a hell of a lot more than going to Okinawa. I mean, Okinawa really, if you look at the distance, it's not really that far away. I mean, France and Italy is a lot farther away. Again, I don't know how much it costs for a flight to Okinawa from within Japan. Maybe it's a lot more than I think it would be, but I mean, it is an island, so you can't just drive a car there. Or, as far as I know, you can't just drive a car there. Unless you can, hop on a boat with your car. And if it absolutely has to be Japan, then Ginza would definitely be the best choice. My parents have, no sense of style. None whatsoever. A sigh. Anyway, I hope you're having a good time at least. Not entirely sure yet. I only just got here. Your train journey was that long? Yeah. Yeah, 7 hours or so. I would hate that so much. Being cramped up on a train with strangers coughing on me. Well, it doesn't mean they're all gonna cough on you, but a long train ride is pretty exhausting and boring. I've been on one before. I think it was about 10-hour one? Quite long. Ended up, I think, sleeping part of the time there. In the chair. I think it was raining when I went through there. But yeah, I was going to visit some relatives. Actually the train ride was cheaper than actually driving there. Really wasn't that bad. It was pretty quiet, really. That's good, I suppose. The more I think we said for my day. A pause. A pause. A pause, everyone. Hey, Atcchan. What is it? I hope you have a good time on your trip. Honestly, I'm not just saying it. Yeah, I know. I hope you get along well with your friends. Your old friends. And, I shuffle around, trying to get comfortable. My bare feet, toes twitching, are starting to feel strange. Slightly heavy. I think going numb from sitting cross-legged on the wooden floor for so long. If you ever feel overwhelmed, you can always call me. I probably won't be doing anything interesting. If anything, I'd appreciate having somebody to talk to other than the mothers at the local playground. Sure. I'll try to keep in contact if I have time. I thought he said he was only going to be here for 3 days. What's he planning? I thought he said 3 days. That's not very long. What would you need to... But I am going to be back in 3 days. Right there! Right there! 3 days! It's like, what the hell is going to happen in 3 days that you're going to get that long wait? Just try to hold out until then. I'll do my best. 3 days of endless Heidi reruns and pillow fights and takeout pizza. Well, there's nothing wrong with pizza. I love pizza. Even a regular just takeout pizza. Throw a pizza in the oven, that's fine by me. I'll have to grin and bear it, I suppose. Not that Saki grins very often. Well, that would conflict with her pale skin, dark-eyed, eternal queen of the night appearance. Eternal queen of the night. I'm imagining, dark eyes, pale skin. Whoa. I'm I'm imagining some vampire lady. Oh, and one more thing? Make sure you bring me back a souvenir. I need some kind of excitement lingering on the horizon to get me through this living nightmare. She must really hate me. Well, I guess not really hate might not be the best word to put it in. But she must not enjoy it as much, her life. Otherwise, I might stab myself in the eye with a wax crayon. There's no reason to do that. What is that going to solve other than you missing an eye now? Okay. Actually, I think this is a good spot to end off here. So it looks like he's lying. He's in a. This must be the room that he's sleeping in and everything. So far, I don't know exactly where this story is going, but I look forward to seeing what happens next in this story. Here, it does seem interesting enough. So, hopefully, you guys enjoy it. There will be more of it, of course, and everything else. And we'll see you again next time. Thank you all for watching.